Hello, everybody. It's BJ.
What's up? It's Aleatha. It's 81 degrees today. Hey.
Wow. Okay, this is how we're.
That's how I'm starting it.
This is how we're starting it today. Because last time you had you had a lot of coffee today. But last time you had so much coffee, we didn't even do the intro. Hey, this is BJ.
Oh yeah, that was a rough day.
Yeah,
that was a rough day.
And you said Destiny wasn't even here, so everything was off.
Oh, it was. It was a boring show. I mean, we put it out, and some of y'all watched it because I watch how many views and stuff we get. But we know that was not top tier content, and I do apologize.
You need to do better.
I'm going to do better. We'll see what we can come up with today. We're off to a good start.
Yeah, I told her, I said, perform, monkey. Ever since Destiny came here, we decided that she would just give us some, like we've never had an agenda, but this isn't really an agenda either. It's just we have no idea
right.
what
we just
she
don't
told
know
us
what she
to
wants
talk
to
about. So sometimes...
Well, we got to be fair. There is one point we know's on there because we told her to put it on there. But other than that, we don't know.
Because we have to talk about that.
No, we do. We both got shit to say about that.
We do. All right, you ready? First one.
I don't know if I am or not.
Ooh. The Chick-fil-A change of recipe.
Oh, yeah.
Listen.
So I'm going to explain a conspiracy, and then I'm going to let you speak on it because I do not have credible research here,
now,
but you
listen,
guys do.
We're going to be treading here because there is a cult-like following on Chick-fil-A.
I don't care.
I mean, like, this is Jesus chicken.
I don't care. Shit, I got a cult-like following.
They
better be worried about me and my people.
Holy chicken. All right, go for it.
So here's the deal. Apparently, supposedly, for educational purposes only, the Chick-fil-A people changed the way or the type of either the chicken, the French fries, or what they're cooking it in or whatever. There was some kind of change made. Well, if it weren't for BJ and Jessica Murphy, I don't know if the Kinston Chick-fil-A would even make it because they eat there all the time, right? Well, Jessica was talking about she could tell the change had been made. BJ said he couldn't tell. And then suddenly one day you went, and what did you experience?
I got some fries, and I was like, these fries are different.
But how are they different? What do you mean?
It's hard for me to describe it. Jessica could probably describe it incredibly well. But
like, is it the type of potato they're using? Is it what they're cooking it in? Is it a different kind of...
I suspect it's the same potato. I think it's the same cut. I think it is a different, like, oil or I don't know. Are they spraying it with something? And I'm not saying necessarily preservative, but there's just something a little bit different. You get a fresh batch of fries. To me, they're still good. Like the fry tax still applies. In fact, I don't know if we did an off the record episode where I talked about the fry tax, but basically, if you're the one that's going through a drive-through and the family gets the order, you can get a fry from each of them. We call it the fry tax. Okay, but that's still good. But this time when I went home, by the time I got home, I was like, it's just off.
Well, I wonder if other people feel that way. That's why we were bringing it up. So if you're watching this and you think it's different, tell us. And if you're watching this and you know why it's different, also tell us that in the comments because I want to know why.
Yeah, and this isn't just a local thing. No. I mean, it'd be a franchise thing because they wouldn't make that kind of change. All right, you ready? Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. A recap on the corporate jargon video we did. We did a video here at the table. In fact, someone even asked if that was an off-the-record episode. No, Destiny just brought us in here and said, I want to ask you something. And I was having a really bad day. And we got in here and
you sucked. I thought you were going to nail every single one of them.
I think there was 4 questions for me. I should have gotten at least 3 of the 4, if not all 4 right. So I'm incredibly disappointed in myself.
I really thought it was going to be, because the whole concept of that was, I hate the jargon. Sometimes you use it. Yeah. So if you put us here, she gives you maybe some easier ones. She gives me the hard ones, which I'm not going to know. Right. But I give color commentary instead of. But you're going to get them all right. Yeah. And then you failed us, BJ.
I did not meet.
You did not meet.
I did not meet.
BJ let us down.
Please forgive me.
It was still funny though. We laughed at it.
In all fairness to me, though. Besides the fact I was having a bad day, when I was in college and I went to visit a bank as a tour with the College of Business students, I knew the corporate world was not for me.
Honey, you became a politician. That is worse.
I served my community.
Cue the national anthem again. Here we go.
I served my community.
Oh, I know what
for
it is
8
now.
years.
I got it right this time. I'm talking about recapping, but go ahead.
Oh, no, you go ahead. What is it you got to
For
say?
the land of the free. See? It was land of the free, home of the brave.
Home of the brave. Yeah, because you were questioning yourself.
My brain broke in that moment. And I was like, because this is the land of the free, home of the brave. And I was like, this is the home of the brave, land of the free. And then I was like, it was a bad moment.
And what I do, I just went.
It was shameful.
Yes.
It was shameful.
All right.
Anyway.
BJ, how do you feel about pet rocks? Listen.
Oh, now, are you going to tell? Hold on now. That is a leading the witness question.
Ooh.
Because what she really wants you to talk about, and I don't know if you're going to have to bleep this out because I don't know how strong you feel about it, is the happy rocks.
Yeah.
So are you going to talk about happy rocks, or are you going to talk about just pet rocks? Because pet rocks ain't really a thing no more.
Well, I don't know. The ice bucket challenge is making its way back, so maybe the happy rocks will.
What are we doing the ice bucket challenge for this time?
I don't know.
Like last time it was ALS. What is it this time?
Who knows? Probably mental health. I don't know, but it's coming back, and I'm like, if someone tags me, I'm not doing it. You're wasting a tag if you tag me.
That means he will definitely do it, because now we're gonna have to do that on camera.
No, that means Destiny's probably gonna reach out to somebody and say, please tag BJ. Now there's gonna be an undercover campaign. But the happy rocks, listen.
You can do it. You could do it. You could do it. The
Are you gonna let me talk?
Yeah, but I'm not done talking about that for a second. I was just thinking about it. What if it is for mental health? You've had a new understanding of the importance of that, and I think that's a cause that matters to you now. So, what if it is mental health?
Fine. Like, you're right. I do think differently. I have matured.
Yeah.
I have grown. I used to think, and I won't tell myself. People might get mad at me.
It's okay.
I used to think that people who saw therapists that they were. This is going to be too strong a word, but forgive me. That they were weak-minded or
Right.
weak individuals. The older I've gotten, as I've gone through life, as I've had kids and I've seen other scenarios, I've watched other families, the more I've thought it is incredibly healthy, and I actually encourage people to have someone they can talk to where there is none of that escapes that room. Mm-hmm. It is a private conversation, kind of like attorney-client privilege, and I think it's healthy for people to talk through their feelings and their thoughts, so then they go out into the real world, they can adjust their life based on some of those conversations. So anyway, I've grown, and
I'm proud of you for that, because mental health does matter.
Yes, but that doesn't mean I'm going to put ice on my head or water on my head. I said what I said. Are you ready? What were we? Oh, happy rocks.
No, pet rocks.
Pet rocks.
It says pet rocks.
They call them happy rocks because they want you to think good of it. But the truth is, the truth is, it's just litter in disguise. You know, you come to the office one day and you got to move a rock out of the way just to open the door.
Wow.
You go to your car and there's just sitting one on your windshield, like staring you in the face. Oh, and we got to make it pretty, so we paint one new snooze. Now, I did like that one, and it's sitting in my office.
You're worried about Chick-fil-A cult coming after me. You better be worried about them Happy Rock people. I'm more scared of them than I am the Chick-fil-A cult.
I'm just glad that has faded away into memory. We don't need to come back.
Dear Lord, baby Jesus.
It does not need to.
If you hear my prayer in this moment, please let the Happy Rock people see this, and let BJ come back to work next week with so many Happy Rocks in front of the door he cannot open it. Amen.
Do you understand that you have just put out a call for people to do that?
Woo!
I will not forget.
He said if I call upon his name in my time of need, he will answer. Now that's what the good book said.
If we're going to start throwing Bible verses at each other, I am ready.
Oh, I'm ready. You know I am.
I know you'll beat me. Jesus wept. All right.
That's funny.
It was always the answer to the quiz in Sunday school. You know,
what's the shortest verse in the Bible?
Jesus wept.
Yeah, that's correct.
Right. I don't know where it was, but it was certainly in the gospel somewhere. in the four books.
And the church said amen.
And the church said amen. All right, ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Blue Origin. Was the flight faked? I just got a glimpse of the next one, too.
If you don't know what Blue Origin is, if you're living under a happy rock somewhere, it's the space shuttle thing that just went up and took 4 elitists entitled
six
elitists entitled.
Don't shortchange them.
Super rich,
they are astronauts.
Millionaire people,
according to Gail King.
And took them a ride around.
It was not a ride. It was not a ride.
They took them on a ride for 11 minutes and brought them back down. Now, so the question is, was it real or was it fake? Now, because there are a lot of people who believe that we, as a country, have in fact gone to outer space. We've gone up and we've done things, the satellites.
We landed on the moon.
But some people do not believe.
You cannot convince me otherwise.
That the actual moon landing was real. So now people are saying that this Blue Origin flight was also faked. So, BJ, you go first.
Okay,
what do you think?
It was not fake. This really happened, but
unfortunately,
I think well, no, it's kind of cool. It really is.
Is it though?
Yeah. I mean, would I have done it? If I had the chance to do it, I probably would have done it. As scared as it would have been to me. But would I have done it? Yes. I think it's really cool because at its core, what they're trying to say is this is going to be possible. We have enough technology and resources to do this. Now, the bigger question to me is not whether it was faked, but the reaction by the public to this stunt.
Stunt is an interesting choice of word for someone who just said they supported it.
I support the idea of it. Yes, I think us exploring.
Then why didn't they get 6 single moms and dads from the trailer parks
is a
in the
publicity
ghetto of the world who they pay to go up to take the risk?
It's a publicity stunt.
They pay them to go up and take the risk, and that's something they can do.
Because then the message would be we're sending all the peasants up there to see if they die or if they make it.
Nobody would say that because they got paid. You understand? I'm saying you're going to pay them to take the risk because it's a risk. And if we're going to put 6 people from the United States of America on a space shuttle headed toward the moon, I can think of 6 other ones that we should have took that risk on.
It was just the whole thing was so fake and staged, and more so. I mean, from the ringing of the bell to how Jeff Bezos opened the door and then he didn't open the door. Then they staged him open the door. To how Katy Perry came out with the flower. And,
don't get me started on Katy. I don't know where she needs to go to the house and sit down for a while.
I'm going to tell you who won the day, and that is Wendy's.
Oh.
Wendy said, I kissed the ground and I liked it. And they also,
oh my God.
They also said when we said women in STEM, this isn't what we meant.
I don't know who it is in Katy Perry's circle. I don't know if it's a manager, an agent, a PR team, if it's her mama, if it's her best friend, but somebody needs to be replaced because somebody's giving her horrible advice. Like, she already struggling, okay? She didn't have the nerve to come out with that sad, tired little album that she came out with that did not hit, that was absolutely awful. And that album alone in that video showed how disconnected she was from reality.
Right.
And then I don't know if you know about Katy Perry, but now she's been doing some really crazy stuff. Did you not know that she evicted the nuns?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
She had the nuns in the convent evicted so that she could buy the property. Katy, what is you doing?
Right.
And now you're going to go up in a spaceship with a flower? Talking about you can't know how much love you have to give until you launch.
Yeah, it was the aftermath of that was really bad. The whole thing was just a PR stunt, and it failed miserably. And they probably didn't predict that. Amazon, Blue Origin, all those folks, they carefully scripted this thing. I mean, even Jeff Bezos' girlfriend. Most people didn't even know who she was until she was dating this guy.
That's because her face don't look like it was when she was born. Ooh. But anyway.
I support the idea of what they're trying to do.
I don't.
I think they failed miserably in the execution of it.
I think it's stupid. You gonna tell me that they didn't even have an astronaut suit on. They didn't even have a helmet on, but they're going to talk about they're going to call themselves astronauts.
I get that. I support what you're
this?
saying, but that's not what I was saying about I support the idea. I like the idea of taking people to space from a tourism standpoint.
You done went up there to space, and your makeup looked the same coming to when you got off as it did. I don't know about that.
You were talking about how the lady that was in space for too long, how her gray hair and all her hair was sticking up. None of these ladies' hairs was sticking up.
Thank you. If you're gonna go, you do all of that, then we'll call you an astronaut. Then we'll bow down and give you some respect.
One more point on this before we move on, because this is something
I might not be ready.
is the idea that this was an all-female crew. As someone who you pour into young women, you talk about women's rights and voting rights and how far we've come and how women should be treated equally. Feminism to a degree, I think, but it's a pretty strong word for you. But this was an all-female crew. How does that make you feel?
I think it's par for the course, because if we're going to take the biggest risk we've ever taken, do you think 6 men are going to do that? Probably not. No, they convinced 6 dumb women to go up there and do it and take a risk to do that and then they paid them to do it. No, I'm not impressed by the 6 women. I'm not impressed by none of it, in case you ain't figured that out. I think it's stupid. We didn't learn anything. We didn't gain anything. It's supposed to be one small step for man, right?
One giant leap for mankind.
There was no steps taken.
Right.
They didn't do anything that had not already been done. It was all stupid, and I am very upset about it. And you know how I'm going to sum it up? I got the perfect way to end it right here.
All right, go for it.
This is what we call rich people shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's rich people shit. It has no bearing whatsoever on my daily life. And like everybody is saying online, you want us to clap and cheer? We trying to figure out how to get the groceries for the rest of the month. Nobody cares.
Yeah, I saw a guy on TikTok this morning. He was talking about, we trying to buy blueberries.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time to worry about what y'all doing up there with y'all's crazy, out of touch ass. Mm-hmm. Next.
Right. So one thing that we've talked about, it's actually kind of funny. It's going to sound real sexist here, but...
we got another one?
Women shaving under the armpit.
This is
Destiny set me up on this one.
Live on the air.
What's this?
Jan.
Oh, the queen. How did we end up talking about this? But somehow we talked about France or something.
Because we were sitting outside at the patio one day, and somebody was, I think it was Catherine, maybe even. No, it was Tyler, talking about French people. Uh-huh. And he was just sharing, we were talking about French culture, and the only contribution BJ had to the conversation was, I know they don't shave their armpits. And I was like, first of all, how do you know that? That's a very random, strange thing to know. Then, anyway, we let it go. And then here it goes. A week and a half later, we're talking about something. France comes up again, and he once again brings up the armpits.
Because it was funny to me. I don't know if they do or don't, but I always grew up as a teenage boy hearing that they had nude beaches in France and the women didn't shave their armpits.
And you know what I said about it, and I don't know if you're going to be able to keep it. Danny might have to. But all you men are always worried about stuff like this. Women shaving their armpits, shaving their legs, shaving all the things, right? When you shave
please don't
the
say
hair off that, okay?
We can't keep this.
We can be concerned then about what you got to say about any hair on our body.
Okay, next.
I don't even know what your reaction was, but I could feel you falling apart.
Oh,
you did this to yourself. You invited me to do this on the show.
I felt it coming,
and I meant what I said.
Part of my joy is in doing this show is getting Aleatha spun up. Part of her joy is knowing how I don't know how you describe me, but how innocent I have been in my life, how sheltered to some degree I have been.
Not a lot, but a little bit.
And how just the rubbing of the raw, and you just kind of get my reaction.
Yeah,
and
that's my favorite thing to
happens.
Do. Whenever we do the editing on this show, off the record, my favorite thing to do is watch BJ the whole time. Because if you've not done that, Like, watch it and get your laughs in. Go back and watch it and only watch BJ the whole time. His reactions to whatever in the world it is that I'm saying and doing is freaking hilarious. Freaking hilarious.
Yeah,
So if you've never done that, you got to do it.
I turned bright red and I'm trying to hide. I'm trying to get off the camera.
He be getting nervous. I can feel the energy to where he's like, he want everything to.
Sometimes I just go,
It's the noises. Everything is so funny. Y'all got to do it.
All right, last one that Destiny gave us.
I'm tired.
How scared, stressed was BJ before we posted the Easter cookie picture? All right, here's the picture. All right.
Yeah, so BJ is, and he hates it when we say this, but the truth is he's a good boss. Now, understand, okay? I didn't say he was perfect. Nobody's perfect. But I'll put my boss up against yours any day, honey. I'll put my office up against yours any day. I promise you that. So, Miss Catherine Harper, who makes the most delicious sugar cookies of anybody in the world, posted she was making ones for Easter. And so Destiny and I sort of told BJ, it'd be really cool if you want to get a little Easter treat for the office. And he was like, okay, fine, I'll get them. But he was like, go ahead and get 3 dozen, because if I buy y'all cookies and I don't have no cookies to take home to my wife, it's going to be a bad day in the neighborhood.
Not just any cookies.
These
Catherine's cookies.
And so we were going to post a photo, like saying that he had got us the cookies, and he was like, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, when are you posting this? When is this happening? When are you posting this? My wife doesn't know about this. This man was absolutely terrified that he was going to get in trouble with his wife. But the funny part was, we had to calm him down, because we were like, bro, you didn't do it. You bought them cookies. Mm-hmm. They're here. Mm-hmm. They're here. Mm-hmm. Everything's fine.
Yeah, and she's happy.
Everything's okay.
But what does she do?
We predicted.
I'm not even going to call you names on the show, but you two decided that to egg it on, they were going to go ahead and post the photo, knowing full and well I was about to get a message from my wife.
Yeah, I was like, let's see how long it takes.
I don't even know if it was 5 minutes.
You said it was 12 minutes.
Was it?
You said it yesterday.
And I get a message from her, and she's like,
it was very kind though. She was very kind about it.
I saw the cookies; they look good. And I'm like, yeah.
She said, who made them?
Right, and I said,
and we told BJ, don't tell her anything, just say Catherine. So he was like, Catherine.
Yeah.
And what she say, BJ?
Like she was like, it was something like I would love some, or they're my favorite cookies.
No. She said, you better not dare give them all away. Those are my, all caps, favorite cookies.
Yeah, I can't find it. It's too far on Snap going. But yeah, and needless to say, I brought her a dozen cookies. So,
of course.
Yeah, so she's happy wife.
Happy life.
Amen to that. And the church said.
Amen. It is Good Friday today. Speaking of the church, we have a wonderful holiday weekend coming up.
Right.
Looking forward to spending time with my family for Easter. I'm going to church with my mama.
It's Friday.
You ain't got no job?
No.
Oh.
And Monday's coming.
If you know that quote, you know that quote. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. Puff, puff, give.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. And happy Holy Week to everybody as it winds up. And enjoy family next week.
Food.
A lot of people.
My mama's cooking a big old meal. I'm looking forward to that.
We'll be working, except for we'll be off one day. But it's been nice. Thank you so much, Aleatha.
You're welcome. Thank
fun.
you guys. We appreciate you guys for watching, and we love it when you stop us in the street and tell us. Right? Don't we love that, BJ?
We do.
No, BJ knows that. We don't. I don't. It embarrasses me a little bit.
Yeah, Aleatha's like, ooh, who is this person?
It's a little bit embarrassing to me. But at the same time, I love that you guys laugh, because making people laugh matters to me.
You be getting friend requests on Facebook like, I don't know this person.
Yeah, I can't do that. Sorry, y'all. Love y'all, though.
I love y'all, too. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.